right.
Hello.
So what's different on our end?
Do you want to tell them or should I?
So I'll give the backdrop. So up to this point, we've been recording with, I've got a drawing pad that I use sometimes as our auxiliary monitor for sound and timer, which is on. I just can't find it because I have so many monitors connected. There we go. We have the secondary monitor, which is the primary PC monitor used for recording the screen and watching OBS to make sure everything's on. And then we have the primary television, which is connected through the HD60 Pro inside the computer so that we can physically see the game on a TV screen instead of having to look at a small monitor on the side.
And oh my God, I have to literally look
Turn
around.
your head. Because, okay, up to this point, I've been basically just borrowing televisions from family members because I had one from my mom and that one broke down. And then my cousin had one at his house, but he didn't have any room for it.
God, it looks so good on the big screen.
So then
the TV is almost as big as I am.
It's literally, okay, so we'll get to that in a second. So my cousin's like, hey man, I got to get my TV back. I finally have space for it. Give it back, by this date. And I'm sitting here going, well, how the hell are we going to record with only these two monitors? It's never going to work. So then I told you that I was going to go out and get a TV and for the first time actually establish credit.
Yeah.
What did you come to find that I had?
In terms of...
What technology have I installed with your assistance?
This massive fucking TV.
How big is it?
A little bigger than almost as big as I am.
It is 65 inches across diagonally.
Yeah.
This is the most expensive thing I own.
Yeah, within reason.
Now, that being said, I did it through credit, so I'm going to have to pay it off slowly, and I don't want to go into more detail because it's weird talking about credit-specific stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
But I'm, lightheaded when I look at it. I can't believe it's real.
Yeah.
It is.
Feasibly, and...
I'm not going to put a picture up, but, it's...
Is he just going to keep...
He's just going to walk right on past you because he doesn't seem to give a single shit, and now he's going to be dead. God damn it, Minerva.
Clip the other guy, though.
God damn it, Minerva.
We're good. We're good. It's great.
Oh, you're so
lucky. I told you.
You're so lucky, Minerva, that you got that high evasion. She totally could have killed him in cover.
She totally could have.
We got really lucky. This turn didn't really do all that much.
Oh!
Nope.
Oh, nope. Cactus is still armored enough that it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter that much, which is great.
It doesn't even matter.
Did I talk to you about what happened in my last session to D&D?
No.
Okay, I'll briefly go over it, but I don't want it to be the main focus.
Okay.
The group took a long rest inside of or tried to take a long rest. I rolled 100 on their encounter die.
Oh God, now they can't go there.
Meaning it's the worst encounter they could get.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, roll a bunch of dice. Everybody's sitting around, and then it's like, okay, so before we start, we're waiting for one more guy. I'm like, everybody draw one card from this this deck of monsters and summons and stuff. It's a prop that I have. It came as an additional thing when I bought a deck of many things on Etsy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everybody draw a card, just one. And I'm getting, people are like, oh, I got bandits, druid, you, literally, it says you.
That.
One person drew hill giant, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, leading up to this, and the actual game hadn't started, I have all these cards out, and I have them face up, and I am looking through the deck, and I put down, it's behind, not behind, I don't have a screen, but I do have, an area, and it's in my zone, and I put down fire giant, kobolds, goblins, just random monsters out of the deck. And I'm doing it where if people look over, they can see I'm looking up monsters, and I'm just leaving them face up.
Who's in the cactus right now?
Do not know. I think an engineer. I think Eileen is in there. And
We're going to take this point real quick.
Go for it. And I pull out about 10 people or so, 10 monsters rather. And then I have everyone draw a card.
Yeah.
Everyone goes, so what are those going to be for? And I go, you'll see.
You'll see. Don't worry about it.
I roll a bunch of dice and I just kind of smile and look at everyone. Okay.
You're being targeted.
Now, it wasn't revealed until after the session was over when I talked to one player about it. And he's like, what were the cards for? And I look at him and I go, nothing. And he goes, what? And I go, I just wanted to stress you guys out.
Yeah, that would do it.
I just wanted to see how you guys would react when I told you to pull a bunch of monster cards. And everybody got super put on edge and it worked out beautifully. So thank you for that.
Perfectly.
He was like, you're such a fucking asshole. Like, yeah.
Here I come.
So during the session, are we getting sound out of the TV too?
I don't know.
A true display of
Yes.
skill.
I need to turn that down.
Squad up.
That needs to be off. So the next stage of that is, okay, we're actually having the session. What I wanted to do was roll them into the boss fight, which takes place in the basement.
Right.
They're on the second floor in the master bedroom, doors boarded.
Okay.
I have, okay, there's a scraping sound coming from under the bed. It's a little crawling hand that's got a knife etching a rune into the floor, and just as you see it, it explodes and a hole is blown through the floor. Roll a dex saving throw to not fall through the floor. So 2 people fail, 3 succeed.
Okay.
It's the cleric who's in half plate or chainmail, and one of the fighters, and they fall on top of each other and take a collective of like 8 damage or something like that.
Something like
between
that.
the 2 of them, not a lot.
So I had to break that.
Yeah,
I
you
think
have
I'll
to
break that next turn. Once he moves out of the fucking way.
Well, from there, he won't be able to go anywhere if you destroy his path behind him.
Yeah, meaning he will be hard locked to be over here. We can sweep forwards and be done with it.
Okay. The rest of the party funnels downstairs. They're back in the laboratory explaining this is where the trapdoor was. You guys might end up having to go down there. And they're like, well, we don't want to do it yet. We'll go back to where the Oblex was, that the red slime in the pantry, and take a long rest. Okay.
Jesus, look at that range.
They go take a long rest.
I think this turn would be best spent getting people in position for the next hurrah.
Yeah.
He can't shoot back.
Nope. So they take their long rest. They go upstairs. There's 2 doors on the left side. They open one, and it's just pitch blackness and spider webs, I said, as thick across as your arm.
Jesus.
And they're like, how do we deal with this? And I'm like, you guys have a wizard in your party, so really easily. The
Carefully,
cleric
one
pulls
might
out his
imagine.
torch and is standing behind the 2 fighters who take the door. Walk in. One of the fighters has 3 swipes above his head.
Yep.
And I explain that there are, what are they called? It's C-H-O, what the fuck is that thing called?
Come on.
Oh god, let me look it up, hold on.
You got this.
Nice shot.
But he's getting attacked by a creature in the darkness. I say this place is in
Creature of the darkness.
total darkness, bordering on dim light where the torch can reach. And everyone's like, okay. The cleric casually mentions that he's afraid of spiders.
Casually.
Which isn't a good thing to say given the Chaldrith, that's what it's called. So they're like horrible monster men. They're not great. They're like a Drider if you explained it in like the most horrible way imaginable. Where it's the spider bit has consumed most of their body. So they're gross and chitinous basically everywhere. Pretty horrible. And they have spider faces. So what I did was I have 5 of these in the room. What's up?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm weighing my options is what
Right,
I'm
right,
doing.
right.
Because he's going to come through, he's going to blast this area, and then he's going to come right through there. Why not take his cover away from him?
You can roll up and try and get him with the shrapnel as well. You have full move.
I do have full move, but this is an advantage. This is a solid spot to be.
Okay. Chaldriths are nasty is what I'm getting at. They're 3 CR monsters, 15 HP, give or take,
Whiff
and
City.
not particularly high AC, so pretty easy to deal with.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, the wizard is like, I'm going to hang back. I'm not going to use fire because you guys are in the way. I'm going to stay out in the hall, and if stuff gets bad, then I'll blast everything.
Right.
Now, I made it a rule that if you're attacking something that's on the other side of these webs that are crisscrossing across this entire double-wide room,
Right.
you will have disadvantage because you're swinging across webs.
Right.
One of the fighters goes, I have hand axes. I'll try and cut through one of them. Fails the strength check. The axe gets stuck. Whatever.
Whatevs.
They are able to peel away some of these webs, get through, advance into the room, and actually start throwing some hits out. Now, through what I'm assuming, oh man, it's just like you guys don't have the perspective we do. I feel like I'm being attacked by this mortar lance. It's crazy.
It's not a mortar lance.
You know what it is. Just a lance.
It's a lance. A lance.
Rocket lance. One of the coolest design elements from all of Valkyria Chronicles, let's be honest.
Let's be real here.
I'm able to actually get some hits out, because what I did was these Chaldriths are super weak. I gave one of them a boost. I gave him a little bit better AC. I gave him a poison attack. I replaced most of his stats when it came to like attack damage and stuff with Swashbuckler. Again, not a super high difficulty thing,
Right.
but slightly more aggressive and more dangerous. 3 attacks, that kind of thing, on
Right.
a party.
Try not to get killed.
I think that can work. I almost killed the entire party.
Yeah, I bet you did.
because they didn't think to use I don't know if it was like they had like specific reasoning, but they weren't using fire. They had a torch they could use to set the room on fire. They had all of these advantages. They had light spells and stuff that
They're
they
not
could
the
cast.
bright. Based on what you tell me, they may not be the brightest of people.
I'm not going to make that call because I think that might be a little unfair. They make really good decisions,
Okay.
usually.
Usually.
Something about this room they were really like on edge about, though.
I know it's freezing out there.
I did make a couple of foibles on my part where like I flubbed the initiative a little bit and we had to roll a turn back and fix it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everybody had a really good time. It was the first time most of the team actually took damage.
Right.
Like the fighter whose AC is like fucking like 21 or something at fucking 4th level. It was just crazy. Like he actually got hit like 3 times, which nobody was used to, and everyone was like, I don't know how to deal with that. The ranger almost fucking got killed because he got poisoned, and it was just, he was webbed to a wall and just sitting there just ticking damage.
What do you mean I can't board him?
You're probably full. Remember,
No, I
we loaded
got
up
2
on
people.
armor. Yeah, we loaded up on armor instead of
Yeah,
capacity.
but I have a capacity of 3.
Do we?
Yeah.
I guess we don't.
All right, whatevs.
Sorry to say.
1 Lancer and 1 Engineer then. So be it.
Well, isn't Minerva also in there? Because you just
Nope.
picked up someone else, didn't you?
I just picked up
The engineer.
Hana.
Okay. It went really, really crazy for them is the long and short of
Yeah,
it. It
I
almost
believe
killed
it.
them. I gave them, the wizard, a really cool magic item that I made up. I don't know if it existed already. I tend to just kind of wing it when I see a thing, and I think it's a cool idea. Oh, he hit
That's
the ground.
why I parked the half in there.
It's a smart place. He's coming to get you.
You can try.
This is I made it a ring. It's a ring that I made up called the ring of the tradesman's ring of favor. And the way that it works is that your highest spell slot allows is the maximum limit for a spell
Okay.
that can be cast into the ring.
Okay, and you can save that ring.
Any class you can ask someone who's like a cleric, can you put a level 3 heal in here, and I'll pop it out later if shit gets bad.
Right.
The limitation is that it does not allow rituals, and it is cast as a main action.
Gotcha.
But it is, I think it's a really cool item for versatility for a wizard who wants to learn all kinds of stuff.
Right. No, that's solid.
Initially, I was going to give him a ring that allowed him to hold concentration on 2 spells at once. I was like,
God damn it.
fucking hell. But initially, it was going to be he could hold concentration on 2 spells at once.
This is bad.
That's real bad. And then I decided against it. That seems a little OP for 4th level, 5th level.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's where you can get the really crazy shit.
yeah, exactly. Which was why I was like, I don't want him to be able to be invisible and fly at the same time. That's nuts.
Right.
Stuff like that. Like, But I think I ended up with a nice medium.
He whiffed.
He did.
Yes.
He doesn't have the dot.
No, he doesn't.
But I think that that's a cool little ring. As long as you are able to cast a spell of that level, you can use a spell of any class 1 time if you
Right.
ask someone else to cast it on the ring. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little one-shot storage thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this game. We're almost...
Oh my God.
We're almost done with this game.
Yeah.
That hit me again yesterday, like where I was thinking... So I went out of the country.
Yeah.
And I was in Canada, and it was just like, oh yeah, all the episodes are set up to go out and everything. Code Vein went out, everybody seemed to have a good time with that. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be so cool once I get back, we're gonna record more. Holy shit, the game's almost over. And I like kind of freaked out. It was like an existential crisis when you realize that like part of your life will never be the same.
Yeah. That is definitely a thing.
That's what happens when you record the same game almost every single week without missing any deadlines for a year. Oh, is that automatic?
I guess.
All right.
Okay, get some distance and break that.
Break the ice. All right. Call it an icebreaker.
Bus driver, move that bus.
Now we can't go back that way.
That's a plus.
It worked. Splendidly done.
According to the comments, there's a way to cheese this fight and beat him in 2 moves. 2 turns, rather.
Beat our true enemy.
That's what I was told. I don't know.
I believe it.
I absolutely also believe it because someone told me, and I have no reason to not believe them. You could pop a grenade on that guy and cover and kill him. You must die.
Goodbye. Right under his knees.
And now you're dead.
That
Canada was cool, by the way. I finally got to see Montreal in the light when it wasn't covered in snow because I went in January last time, and then both me and my girlfriend immediately got sick, which kind of sucked.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It was really bad. It was really, really bad because we went out one night, went out the second day to visit her friends,
Right.
like introduce me and everything, and then every day after that, we were both sick and didn't go anywhere. So this time we actually went out on the town. I went to a D&D store. We went to the mall. It was very cool. I really think Montreal's really nice.
Gotcha.
It's really weird as someone who's never been out of America or like in places where English wasn't the primary language.
Yeah, it's kind of a surreal experience.
It's so strange.
There is definitely an explanatory gap that takes place there.
It's so weird.
Gonna take that point real quick.
There's a point of reference with that Paige, Pat from Pat Stares At, former Super Best Friends.
Yeah.
His girlfriend explained she's from Chicago and moved to Montreal.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That if you ever live in a different country where English isn't your first language, people will actively try to help you and stuff in the street. And he's like, that's a goddamn lie. And
That
she's
is
like,
a fucking lie.
and she's like, no, it's true. And he goes, it's true for you because you're a pretty lady. And they look and they think that it'll get them something. And she's like, that's not true. And this is on live stream. And chat's like, that's true.
That's entirely true.
That's the entire reason. If you're in a place where you don't speak the language and you're not a pretty lady or a what are those called?
I don't know.
The Japanese pretty boy term? Bishi.
Oh.
If you're not bishi, then and you're a man, you generally will not be helped in another country if you don't speak English.
Yep. Let's see. Hannah and Eileen are the only two in there.
That's really weird. Oh. I guess the capacity is just two then.
I guess.
Oh boy.
So he's going to go up that way, I guess. Meaning we should probably hide thing 1 and thing 2 here.
Yeah, right now, who's that up at the top there?
That's Rebecca.
You could try and make it for that north side camp. It looks like there's only one guy there, but do you want to send an engineer on her own into combat?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This can't go poorly at all.
There's more than one guy there.
Yep.
And that trooper will shred you to death. Oh, fuck.
That trooper?
Like that one, just like that.
Nothing a grenade.
You can
can't
shoot
solve.
that guy in the back and get a guaranteed kill.
Or I could lob a grenade.
You could. This is also a possibility. Will it blend?
Most certain.
That... No confirmed kills, but a good hit.
Don't stop now.
I can't... I have... The fact that I have to physically turn my head to look across the screen is
Still look
weird.
across the damn screen.
It's so... Like, this is so surreal.
All right, we should... And then I'll use the last 4 turns to get people out of there. Because that's not going to go well.
Just watch.
Did you recover the people who were knocked out on point?
Federation office.
Not yet.
Okay.
Fall here.
I was going to say, because if you do that, you can call in an engineer... Not an engineer.
On and
That's
stop
the
it
shit. Full move.
Please
You don't have any grenades. Nope. You have to be Rebecca to do it. You have to be Samurai Gunman.
No dodging this shot.
No dodging it.
Plink, plink.
I have you.
Run.
Let's provide support with the
How's
hop.
that? For the
There you go. Spin her around. Oh. Use that D-pad. Oh.
We're good.
All right.
Because I can use the engineer.
Oh, you really want this point, huh?
I really want this point.
Can't say I blame you. Now you can finish off the Grenadier, too.
Or I
Whoa.
could lob another grenade.
You wouldn't have to. You can. The headshots will do it. Guaranteed. Or you can use the vehicle repair kit on Minerva.
She'll help out, though.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Never stood a chance.
Never stood a chance. What a shame. That's my favorite reference to a game I've never played. It's she's down.
I know.
It's the oh, you did it so that you could turn him away from Minerva's point of entry.
Yep.
Smart.
moving out.
We'll see.
It's in Deus Ex 1. You can just kill a random dude. It's not a random dude. It's like a quest NPC. It's because it's Deus Ex. There's multiple ways to do the encounter.
Yeah.
And if he dies, the response that comes out of your guy, whose name I forget because I never played Deus Ex 1, is
Press on.
what the
Stop at nothing.
fuck?
This is convenient.
That's so good. That's crazy how good and lucky that was.
Yep.
The response that the guy gives, the way the voice actor says it is so flat and emotionless. It's like art.
I will not
Where
fall here.
it's like the guy dies and his daughter's right there,
Let you down. Please,
and she goes,
do it.
"Dad, oh my God!" And he just goes, "There's nothing I could do. What a shame." And it's just this flat, emotionless, just like, "Oh, there's nothing I could have done about it." And everyone's like,
Can't be helped.
What makes it really great is that there are clips of people deliberately killing the quest NPC right in front of her, and he still says
That's
it like
so
that,
filthy.
and it's so bad.
All right, that's called
Moving out.
Time to make everyone escape before they die.
time to address my issues.
Oh, he's a 3 though. Is anyone else out in the open that you can hit? Because you left.
There.
No, there's no one else out there, but he's not going to get the response.
No, you got it. He just didn't hit you.
Right.
Yeah. You have to move off this point.
Yep.
Oh, I'm very burpy suddenly.
Slip on the fresh fallen snow.
Don't slip on that fresh fallen snow.
Don't slip on it.
Well, you're gonna end up like Super Smash if you do.
And then we can laugh at you.
Sometimes you just have Did you hear about that
No.
mechanic? So not in Smash Ultimate, but the one before, Brawl. Unless there was another one that I'm forgetting. There was an entire mechanic built in where your characters had a random chance to trip in the middle of a game,
Oh, I know exactly which mechanic
and people thought it
you're
was like the
talking
most
about.
bullshit thing ever. Which I
'Cause it
agree.
is.
Because it is. It's super bullshit, and it's fucking shouldn't have been in the
It's-
game.
Fucking atrocious is what it is.
That's fucking. That's like having a block in Street Fighter that doesn't work sometimes.
That's interesting. 10 shots on the front radiator.
Well, I think that she's anti-personnel. Make the shot. You can't hit anything else.
I'm gonna take it.
Unless you think you can hit the sniper.
Nah, he's too far away.
Yeah, I figured. Miss.
It was worth a shot.
Well, I think you missed. Fancy.
Sober.
Oh,
Medic!
I absolutely have faith we can do this mission, no problem.
We're getting you out.
Mhm.
You're gonna be
Oh, we're in solid shape.
Oh yeah, we're doing great so far.
Keep an eye on the enemy's movement.
That's gonna be an episode, I think.
Yeah. Now that we're just about in place,
Yeah.
Largo is in a good spot.
Everything else is pretty much covered. Oh, use your last 2 turns to call in a Grenadier and a Lancer or something. Or another Engineer on Minerva so that you can take that last point south of her.
Well, I also need to deal with that sniper.
Yeah.
Oh, I also want to get that stuff out of the way. So the
I'm just
APC's in a good spot. I'm gonna move Alicia. Fuck.
Have to go around.
It's not like it's not like I'm really missing anything with
No.
all of this move.
Minerva's double move is so fucking OP. I can't get
It's
over it.
so good, and it's the only reason we can sweep so damn hard.
It's so crazy. Because that procced every time you picked her on that turn.
Yep.
That's insane.
Feels good. Feels real good. All right, he'll roll through there, and then once that happens, we can evac. We'll have to evac all of these units. Well, a handful of them, because here's the only place he can go. Which I'm already waiting there.
All right, what are you going to use that last turn calling in, though? I'd say Engineer so you can blow up that northeast point there.
I don't have any open engineers.
Shit. I would say calling Connor then because he's got the Grenadier boost.
Yeah. Well,
Or-
we won't need. So I'm gonna call in. Gertrude.
Okay. Call in hurdy-gurdy.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to do the thing, win the points, and we'll see you in the next
In
episode.
the next exciting episode where we get our shit pushed in.
Yeah, right.
Did you see that video someone posted, by the way? It's a dude is eating a giant cheeseburger.
Jesus, did you see how many Like,
Yep.
blew it right off the face of the fucking planet.
Someone posted a video on Twitter like yesterday, day before, and it's just some kid, like some high school kids at like a burger joint, like a Whataburger or something.
Oh, what a burger.
And
So
he
good.
orders, and they show the receipt. He orders a burger that's like 8 patties and 8 slices of cheese, and it's just this monster.
Yeah.
And the thing that makes it isn't that it's a video of him eating it, it's a video of everyone watching him eat it.
Yeah.
It's a town, like the whole place
It's a
is
whole town
packed.
event, dude.
Everyone is there. We're not finishing the episode right now. Everyone is watching this, dude. People are cheering and clapping. Like, it is a condensed, like, it's like a minute long.
Right.
Of everyone just being like, go, 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 yeah. Like, staff has stopped. No one else is eating. Everyone's just
Everybody
watching
is just
this
watching
skinny
this
white
unfold.
kid eat this fucking giant cheeseburger, and it's kind of beautiful,
Kind of beautiful.
honestly.
All right.
If you follow us on Twitter, you saw me talk about it and how the receipt's the best part because you just look and it just says meat, cheese, cheese.
Jesus.
It's fucking gross. All right, that's the episode for real this time.
Don't forget to do the thing, win the points, and we will see you in the next one.